Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zero from TechDragon.info, and today we are once again on the test server. It took me a long friggin' time to get on a test server today, so that's why the video is a little bit late today, so sorry about that. I was in queue, let's see, I queued in at place 24,000 something. 24k people in front of me. Yeah. So it took a while. Anyways, we're gonna take a look at the Tier 10 new Japanese tank, and also a little bit at the Object 430, but just in comparison to the rest. So let's take a look at what these tanks are really about. Well, they're mediums, all of them, obviously. So the stats are not going to be that much apart. If we look at the HP, we'll see that it's smack center normal. The only one that has less is the Object 430, and the only one that has more is the Phenom. So it's just smack in the middle, average. And same with the weight, really. Almost all of them weigh around 40 tons. Pretty much except for the Phenom, which is heavier at 50 tons. So 42, 39, so it's still pretty similar. Now we get to the interesting part. Engine power, 750 horsepower. That is a pretty powerful engine. The Leopard has more. The Object 430, way less. Actually quite considerably less. The 121, also considerably less. The FV actually has slightly more at 810, but has a quite substantially lower speed limit. So yeah, overall I would say this is probably one of the fastest, if not the fastest tank here. You do have the Leopard 1, which has more horsepower, but is also slightly heavier at 2 tons, so there's not going to be much between those two, and I think that this, both visually and performance-wise, is fairly close to the STB-1. But then we get to the armor part. Well, actually, let's get to the speed limits here. 53 is pretty sort of average amongst all of them, really. It's higher than some, lower than some, you know, it's just average. Traverse speed 52 is on par with most of them. 50, 54, 52, 50 and 50. So yeah, they're all pretty much the same when it comes to maneuverability, and this thing can move so good. It's such a nice tank, you know, in that aspect. Armor 110. It's actually way better than the Leopard. It's on par with the Phenom. It's less than the British, which is weird. British in armor, when it comes to mediums. And it is slightly less than the 121. So armor, it's the second worst, I think. Yeah, so not that great. 35 in the sides. Oh, that's painful. The sides, doesn't matter what angle you shoot at it, you will penetrate with a 100mm gun. So the sides are absolute garbage, and the rear is just as bad. In fact, it's on par with the Leopard. I was gonna say it's the worst out of all of them, but that's not true. It's on par with the Leopard. They're both the worst. Now, the turret armor is 132, which is actually pretty damn good if you consider that this turret is very sloped at the front, very rounded. I'll show you in a second. I'll just compare it to the rest real quick. It's better than the 121. It is better than the FV. It's, I think, the best out of all of them. No. Excuse me, the Phenom has a better one, 177. But, oh, and the Object 430 has a monstrosity of a turret. Not in a bad way, as in monstrous. 248 turret armor. This thing is just insane and so rounded. I don't see, without premium, I don't see anything going through this turret. But by the looks of it, I haven't tried this tank, so I'm not sure, but by the looks of it, it has absolutely no depression whatsoever. But that's for a different video. Anyways, guns. Let's take a look at all the guns, and like magic, all the guns are appearing. Ta-da! There! Wasn't that magical? Anyways, it's 105mm on the STB-1. Which is actually the same gun as the Type 61, but you get a increased rate of fire on it. So, let's start with the rate of fire, 7.5. It doesn't mean a whole lot unless you compare it to the rest of the stats, but 7.5 is pretty good. It's more than the Leopard, it's more than the Phenom, it is more than the FV, it is more than the 121, and the only one that beats it is the Object 430. So that's not bad, but this one does 390 average damage versus 320, so this one does still do more damage. DPM on this thing is pretty damn good. Let's take a look at the penetration. 258 is actually not that great. I mean, there's not much difference between all of them, but it is the worst out of the bunch, on par with the 121. So these two are the worst, but there's only like 5 points difference, really, so 6, excuse me. So, you know, it's, yeah, doesn't really matter, but, you know, stat-wise, it is the worst. Damage 390 is on par with the Leopard 1, it's on par with the Patton. So already here you can see that rate of fire of 6 versus 7.5 with almost identical penetration. The Patton has slightly more, same damage. This one does so much more DPM than this one. I mean, it fires almost an entire round more a minute, so yeah, that's like 200 more DPM over the Patton. So yeah, damage 390 is, I think, the highest. No, actually, the 121 has 440. Damn, didn't realize the thing had 440. Shit. But now we get to the sort of problem. The accuracy is 0.36. Now, a lot of these have that, and I haven't played these other than on the test server from time to time, so I'm not too familiar with them, but I've played with this one, and that 0.36 is a telephone. Shut it, telephone. Sorry about that. I swear that thing always rings when I'm when I'm recording. Anyways, that 0.36 accuracy is rough. Very, very rough. It does not function all that well as a long-range sniper. Let me tell you that. It's pretty bad. I don't know if there's gonna be a different. My crew is not at 100%. I didn't spend gold on my crew because I want to get some premium vehicles to take a look at those, but my crew is not 100%. They're at 80 somewhat, but so it's gonna be slightly better still. But oh man, that was rough. Aim time 2.1. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not great either. I mean, 1.9, 2.3 to 2.1. It's kind of in the middle, so it's not too bad. Now let's take a look at the tank itself real quick. No, go away. Ooh, it's such a nice looking tank. I want it. It looks so good. Yeah, I really like the looks of this tank. It looks amazing if you ask me. The camo, I'm not too sure. I just want a camo on it to, you know, improve my chances, but I'm not too sure. I'm not too fond of the camo. I've already showed that yesterday in the overview video, so if you want to see what the camos look like, take a look at yesterday's video. So yeah, that is the STB-1, not to be mistaken with the STA-1, which is the tier 8. Very confusing. But yeah, look at that turret, that's what I want to show you. It's quite sloped on the sides, the front is completely rounded. The mantlet, it doesn't have a actual separate, you know, on top kind of mantlet, so no spaced armor. But look at the sloping on all of this. It's gonna be a miracle if you pen this dang thing. I mean, it might only be 132 millimeters, but those are some steep angles. Now, this is a weak spot, but from what I've seen, it's a really strong weak spot. I had trouble penning this damn thing. I tried, and I actually bounced some shots on it, so this weak spot is pretty damn tough, surprisingly. This is not a hitbox. This box. This one I'm not sure, actually. I haven't tested that. I don't think it's a hitbox. So if you shoot it from the side, this will probably just go through. As for the equipment loadout, pretty standard. Vertical stabilizer, because this thing moves damn good. So get a vertical stabilizer, no doubt about it. Just get one. Rammer, well, you know, duh. And vents are pretty standard as well. The normal ammo on this thing is APCR, so don't be scared when you're shooting APCR. It's not gold, see? But the rounds are sort of expensive at 1200 credits a round. The high explosive only cost 880, but they're pretty shit. Between 40 and 66 penetration, yeah, that's pretty pretty rough. Let's take a look real quick. 480 average damage, but only 53 millimeters of pen. So yeah, no. I do have a couple in case of reset or the side of something squishy or something, you know. But yeah. Well, I think it's about time. My cruise is 86%. So yeah, I think it's about time we take a look at a replay in this tank and see what it can do. So let's take a look and we'll discuss the tank while we're in battle, I guess. And through the magic of editing, we are now on Tundra. Tundra, or however you want to pronounce it. I don't care. As you can see, this tank is actually faster than the T62A. I was pulling away from him, so not much, but slightly faster. It has a excellent... Oh, this is something I forgot to mention actually. Ooh, bad me. View range. View range on this tank, if I'm not mistaken from the top of my head, is 410 meters. It has excellent view range. Take a look at that. Side of it 100. Not fully zoomed in. Actually, let's go back. Take a look in sniper view here. You can actually see it. Okay, here we go. We're going up the hill. We're in normal view this time. And we spot a T-57. 1, 2, 3. There he is. I'm just trying to actually here. Not fully zoomed in into the side of an E100. Good shot. I was actually trying to spot the 7-8 line, people heading up towards the hill where that lure is. That did not sound nice. But here, look at this accuracy. At this kind of range that I'm shooting here, which is 340 meters. I mean, it's not even excessive range. Yeah, that's a sideways turret. It was more of a hope for good luck kind of shot. Didn't happen. Ow. Damn, bad shot. Okay, I think they found out where I'm at. No, you can't see me. Stop shooting at me! Dang it. Dang people. No, I really wanted to take a shot there. This turret is like, no, I really shouldn't. There's a Fosh down here. But by the way, if you notice the gun depression on this thing, I have no trouble shooting at things here. Ah, you see that? That was the accuracy for you. That was fully zoomed in. It just dove down into the ground. And again, twice in a row. The accuracy is pretty damn poor. And that was only a 300 somewhat meter shot. How did I hit a T-57 in the side and not pen? Can't see the Death Star. Oh, there he is. And that one went into the rock again, so that's the accuracy I'm talking about. I don't know if it's just worse on this tank than it is on other tanks for some reason. I know he wasn't fully visible, but I've missed, what, 3 shots in a row now? 4? That's pretty bad. And look, it's the tier 9 counterpart. Yeah, and I don't have enough depression to do that. Oh, one thing to note, by the way. Not fully zoomed in, and it doesn't even remotely hit in the same area zip code. It's, yeah, pretty bad. Yeah, upper hull. I didn't have much of a target there. He's in a good position. But what I wanted to say is that, well, if you're gonna give me a shot like that, side scraping in that tank, not your friend. You can better use your frontal armor than you can use your side armor, as far as I know. But there we go. Nice shot. The depression when viewing over the back of your tank, so looking back, is poor to say the least because of your engine deck. So if you can help it, use your side or your front if you need depression, not your back. You have no depression over the back of your tank. And I think it's time to move up, so let's be careful to not track ourselves here. No, sideways sliding bad. So far we've been a typical medium. Nice, annoying, and poking. So it's time to move up and be slightly more aggressive. I think we bounced 1 shot off our upper plate or turret, I'm not sure, from the T57. Oh, look, a 121 that's AFK. Well, you know, I'm evil. I want the experience. I'm pretty sure I'm safe here. I'm constantly checking where all the other ones are, so I'm just staying safe here. And I know I'm lit up, and dang, Artie steals the kill. Bastard. So, where's this object looking? Right at me. Okay, let's not go. Screw that. I'm not gonna run into his face. It's not like I didn't have the depression, but ow. Shot at something else over there. Finish him off. But yeah, that was that damn accuracy again for you. The accuracy is just poor. It really is. If it's not fully zoomed in, this thing will miss a lot. But let's take a look at the stats. So, that was a pretty good game, and I guess I'll wrap this up after we take a look at it. The view range is indeed 410, as you can see on the side, which is pretty damn good. One of the highest in the game. We did a lot of spotting damage. We didn't do too much damage ourselves, although it wasn't bad. But so overall, I would say that actually we did 2300 damage ourselves. That's not bad. We get a load of the spotting damage that I did on top of that. Overall, the accuracy of the gun is gonna be annoying from time to time. You know, you can't use this too much as a sniper. It's more of a brawler. 3,306 spotting damage. But yeah, look at that accuracy. 16 shots, 11 hit, 7 penned. It's not great. The gun isn't bad, but that accuracy, you're gonna have to spam in order to do well in most cases at semi-range. 300 plus meters. There's no guarantee that it will go in. If that sounds like a good tank for you, well, this might be the tank for you then. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.